World domination, always on my mind. Holy convocation, that's my type of time. Looking for salvation, better be the tribe. 12 by 12,000, can you multiply? I do not deal with these regular human beings. I just roll with the gods and they scripture slinging. Got the angels singing when the sinner repenting. They slay a demon, they know deeper meat in this life, boy. Raising up the Israelites, boy. All one in Christ, boy. But that for the 12 and nobody else. Bet not get this twisted. Gotta these seek my mission. Follow my leadership vision. The law, how we make a decision. High mind, hard body prophets. God talk, got the earth rocking. Doctrine killers quit to get it popping. You'll never be able to stop it. Watch this.
12 by 12, Israel on the rise. Represent this one for the tribes. In my head, dreams of Edom dying. This that Juven want that smoke. Sons of thunder, bring that fire. Yeah, I got a lot on my plate. Better be sure I'ma eat it. He told me go out to the sheep, and you better know I'ma feed them. Yeah, 12 by 12, Israel on the rise. Represent this one for the tribes.
You better move if you ain't got work for the kingdom. Pass me my sword so I can go ham. Porky the pig on a demon. I think twice before I speak. You know them niggas be scheming. My foundation built on a rock. Then we gon' drop it on Edom, and who would've thought we would win it? If we fell back from the Senate, plenty oil in my lamp. But y'all like song check engine. My God black like Wesley. Why these nations keep trying to test me? I got a heart and it's full of aggression. They keep them to go just like Messi. Golden gates without naming and heading. If they don't like it, be hit them. Break them to pieces and shred them.
Nehemiah, chapter 8 and verse 8. So they read out the book of the law of God distinctively and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading.
Hey, what we doing? We understand it. Let's get into it. We understand it. Read scriptures fluently. We understand it. That's what the topic be. We understand it. Prophecy. Hey, what we doing? We understand it. Let's get into it. We understand it. Read scriptures fluently. We understand it. That's what the topic be. We understand it. Prophecy.
All praises, hey, shalom, Israel, Most High, and Christ bless. Hey, we in the building once yet again. I said once yet again, just in case y'all didn't understand me or heard me clearly. Hey, but this is another episode. I am your host, Officer Daniel Shalom, and to my right.
Hey, I'm Officer High, Most High, and Christ bless.
All praises, man, in the building. Hey, to his right.
Hey, Officer Moses, Most High, and Christ bless.
All right, and to my left.
Officer Jeremiah.
And tonight, hey, make sure you don't forget
about the reader.
Man, the reader in the building, man.
Officer Barzia Judah.
Hey, very skilled. That's right. So as y'all been paying attention, because I know y'all been paying attention, the scripture said watch and pray. So I know y'all are up on a lot of stuff that's going on all around the earth systematically. If you ain't, we'll fill you in on some things today, man. So without further ado, hey, Officer Moses, kind of go into, man, what the topic today is and what some of the stuff we're going to be touching on, because there's a lot.
All right, so look, we gotta touch on a lot of different things, man, a lot of different topics, because it's a plethora of things going on in the world today, you know, like, and if you're not watching and praying, as Officer Daniel so eloquently spoke earlier, then you just foolish out here, man, because one thing you got to do, the watching entails searching, because the devil is never gonna tell you what he up to, and he up to so many things in the world. You got to watch. You just got to watch. You got to look. You got to search. You got to dig a little bit to find out what's going on. So, without further ado, the title of tonight's show is "The Scourge of the Earth: A World in Chaos." We finna see what's going on.
World in chaos.
Now hold on, now do you by any chance happen to have my favorite guy within the mix?
Oh, you already
my favorite
know,
guy.
man.
Okay.
Look, we talking about the scourge of the earth right now.
Yeah, I just want to know my favorite guy.
Hey, BT, why we at it? Because you know some people might be confused about the title. What is a scourge? You know.
Are you speaking biblical terms? Negro ain't really.
The word is versatile, so
Right.
we gonna look. I got a little something to just entail the word, so we can go in. BT, the last thing on the prep page, grab that, throw that up there, and we're gonna read that for the people.
Come on.
All right. I blow it up.
And BT moving fast.
I like
man.
it. I like how they moving right now.
Ain't gonna need you out this world, bro.
They good. They fast. They quick on their feet.
I don't speak too fast. Come on, y'all. Keep it up.
All right. I'll read it. Scourge. Okay.
Now we got the reader. Let the reader.
All
Can't
right,
say
let's do
don't
it.
forget about the reader.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
forget
yeah.
about the reader.
No, I ain't gonna
Come
neglect
on,
you. You right. Show you right. Read it. Do your thing.
Scourge. A scourge is a versatile term that can refer to a harsh whip used for punishment, or metaphorically to describe a person, thing, or event that causes widespread suffering and affliction,
Such
as disease, war, and poverty.
Hey. That's it. That's all we need.
Disease, war, and poverty.
What does the scourge do? So we talking about the scourge of the earth. So it entails all this stuff. It could be what? A person? Now go back up to the top. It said it could be a person, thing, or event that causes widespread suffering and affliction. And it could be a whip, So we're gonna go into the scourge of the earth, this world in chaos. All right. Give me video one. Your favorite guy. Told you. I got him queued right up. Video
the first
one.
video?
Off the muscle.
The
Savior?
That's my guy.
Off the muscle.
Oh, look at my boy, man. Look at my boy, man.
I tell you, man. Look, I'm gonna come through for you now.
What I'm talking about.
Hey, look. Play what you got.
Can you speak a little bit about your pulse on True Social on Iran?
Turn it
and
up.
what was the decision that why you didn't attack it?
Well, other countries have come to
Okay,
me.
run it
and
back.
they've said
Run it back. We
getting
want to know
ready
what the
do
dude
a
was saying. We want to know the question because
Can
he's
you
asking
speak
him a question about why he didn't attack Iran. Because if you've been watching, you've been seeing Trump been like, hey, look, if they don't come to the table and negotiate and we make a deal, then I'm just with the war's back on, we're going to destroy him. But Trump got a call. We're going to see. He going to tell you about it.
A little bit about your pulse on True Social on Iran and what was the decision that why you didn't.
Hey, hold on. Don't this Negro own an NBA team or
He
something?
does. They were about to point out.
the hell is he doing?
What's his name?
When it
Boston?
comes
the
to-
Mavericks
Yeah.
on there.
He on the Mavericks. What the hell he doing this important adventure that's
Hey,
going
man, he a
on right
billionaire.
here, man?
That's Trump clique. That's who we kick it with.
Right,
Billionaires.
it's
Right?
crazy,
It don't
man.
matter who. Look, if you got money, you own the team. White
But
man with
to,
money.
but to the regular people, they wouldn't have got. They would have been
wouldn't
like,
count
"Oh,
that.
gang, look at him, man." Nah, it's
That's
something going
Mark
on.
Cuban. Yeah,
Mark
Cuban,
Cuban,
that's his
yeah,
name.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
He be trying to act like he pro-Democrat too and all that. But
Yeah.
look who he with.
Yeah, look, he with his business.
He on the winning side.
He on the winning
Where his
side.
pockets at? The pocket side. He with the pockets.
The hell with that, man.
One thing I want you to notice what he said is that he asked him about his post on Truth Social. This the only president in the United States history that put world politics on social media.
Hey,
He like,
for
look, this is
real.
what we finna do, and he putting it out on his social media account. Like, nobody ever moved like this in history. This the guy right here. Just
Hey,
trying to
that's
let you
the
know.
reason why it's important too, because you ain't gonna be able to say in that day and time, I didn't know.
No, you didn't know.
The Lord said, "Watch and pray." You got a president that with the most important seat on in the United States of America
In the world.
that be tweeting his ass off.
He
I'm
be
just gonna
putting
say it how
Twitter
it is,
fingers,
man.
man.
This man be tweeting about things that's going on internationally.
National security thing. I'm talking about this should be what they call high classified information. This man putting it out on social media.
I'm gonna let everybody know, man.
In
what it
midnight
is.
rants.
Right.
This man is something else. This is the guy right here. Hey man,
Pull it, Geno,
special.
so we can hear.
Yeah.
didn't attack it?
Well, other countries have come to me and they've said we were getting ready to do a very major attack tomorrow. I've put it off for a little while, hopefully maybe forever, but possibly for a little while, because we've had very big discussions with Iran, and we'll see what they amount to. I was asked by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and some others if we could put it off for 2 or 3 days, a short period of time, because they think that they are getting very close to making a deal. And if we can do that where there's no nuclear weapon going into the hands of Iran, I think, and if they're satisfied, we will be probably satisfied also. We've informed Israel. We've informed other people in the Middle East that have been involved with us. And, it's a very positive development, but we'll see whether or not it amounts to anything. We've had periods of time where we thought pretty much getting close to making a deal, and it didn't work out, but this is a little bit different. Now we're ready to go into
That's enough. One thing you got to understand about this, if our sweet President Trump, he don't care nothing about the truth, man. He don't care nothing about nothing close to the truth.
Don't.
Look, them folks ain't about near made no deals, but he did tell the truth about he had a call by Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar, and those other nations. Those nations were the nations from the what's it, G6 or whatever?
Yeah.
Right. They called him as like, you better not attack these folks, because if you attack them, they're gonna attack us. We gonna bear the brunt of the BS that you pulling. You already got us jacked up, and they gonna aim at our nuclear power plants, at our oil refineries, at our water desalination plants. So they like, look, if you attack them, they gonna attack us, and we done already seen that you can't protect us.
Right.
Leave them folks alone. Don't start no more smoke over here for us. So he, on the other hand, he got to bend to them because they're part of his multi-conglomerate billionaire class, trillionaire class, So he got to listen to the money. So he like, okay, we're gonna call it off for a short time, maybe forever. We'll see. But this thing in Iran has caused chaos for the world.
Yeah.
The world, Craig.
Hey, man, how much you paying for gas right now?
Man, it's $4+ everywhere.
Man, I seen it where it's $6 somewhere.
Look, listen, I'm in the Mississippi Delta today, right? And we got to touch on it today too, because it's gonna tie in to everything that's going on in the world, because this fuel shortage with the oil is tying into not only just fuel, oil, fertilizer is tying into everything. It's gonna go into your grocery bill, your energy bill. Everything is being affected, and guess what? The brunt of it has not even hit yet. This is the floor, not the ceiling.
Hey, my prediction is by this summer, gas will be probably like $6.50.
Oh no, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Especially if it keep
might
going.
get to $7 by the time before winter, man.
This the thing.
Hey, but
even if they go ahead.
Look, but that, because see, that's what he want to, because he got I forgot. I read it today. Man, I can't remember the name of what it's called or whatever. But he got an oil company or something like that in his name now.
Oh yeah.
And what he doing? Yeah. And so what he doing now? And he's benefiting off of it. He making money off of it.
Yeah.
So they need that war. They want it to keep going so he can keep profiting off this war.
And see, a lot of people. One of the grand schemes of this whole thing is, even though America, quote unquote, gonna lose this war in Iran that they fighting, but they needed to keep going to destabilize that area. Mm-hmm. They want actually Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all the oil refineries to be shut down, right, so that the whole world will have to depend on America for their oil and their reserve. Yep, that's the main play. And you're gonna see what's going on. All the things that we finna touch on is playing into the grand scheme that they trying to touch on. I want to grab some more stuff, but I don't know if we'll have time. But I know y'all heard about Trump wanting to take over and invade Greenland. That's part of the plan, We've already seen what's going on in the South and Central America, and we're going to touch on some of those things. So, look, let's go ahead and cue up our second video. Unless somebody else got anything else to bring out about, I know that's your favorite guy, Officer Danny.
Well, what I will say is, if America has oil reserved, 10 times out of 10, it came from somebody else that they done stole it from or took it from.
Oh yeah,
because that's how America do. America will rob Paul to pay Peter, and in this case, America will rob Paul so that America could have all this oil set to where now people, because Trump was like, go get your own oil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or if you can't get your own oil, come to us. We got oil reserve.
That's exactly.
I remember him making that bold statement.
Yes.
So just know, anything that Trump got going on, and these guys ain't billionaires and trillionaires for nothing. They get their billions and trillions from rape, rob, and pillage with the sword, because that's the gift that God gave.
Key point.
You know what I'm saying? Go into scourging.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Key point, the Venezuela Act.
Oh, yeah.
They pulled that directly before the war in Iran kicked off. And what does Venezuela have?
They
The
have
largest
some
oil reserve in the world.
Yep. They were like, the hell with the Strait of Hormuz. We got some already cooked up. So when they do hit us, which
Over here
we
in the
know they
backyard.
will, we can already have some reserve to where it don't hit us, you know what I'm saying, like they think it's going to hit
Already,
us.
we got somebody else stuff in the backyard we can steal, then we ain't got to worry about that over there.
And it's punishing us because now we got to pay more, which we really don't because, well, when I say we don't have to pay more, is because they make us pay more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They can soften the blow, but
but they want more money to keep coming in to where they can make more deals. They can send more money to Israel and give more money to people that commit crime within the vicinity of the United States of America, which we'll touch. It's just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's a
America.
lot. It's a lot. So, all right, what we in video 2? Let's cue that up. Cue that up for the people. And y'all pay attention to what's going on.
The world is staring at a full-blown energy emergency. The International Energy Agency has now issued its sharpest warning yet. Global oil stockpiles are depleting rapidly. And at the current rate, the world may just have 5 weeks of accessible commercial supplies left.
Hold on. Pause that. Don't let the butter slide past your biscuit.
How much
that
left?
He said the world. She said world global reserve supplies. This is the thing people not seeing. Even though the Strait of Hormuz been shut down for like 2 months now.
Yeah.
Yep. Here in the United States, the last oil tanker that was actually on the ocean, already on the sea, it had made it out of the strait before the world war kicked off.
We just getting it, didn't it?
Just got it like last week.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world have already got their last shipments. So like way before, it didn't transit as fast to the rest of the world as it did to us because we paid more. It's like we first priority type thing. The rest of the world is already rationing. Is already doing stuff like you can only get fuel on this day, then that day,
or so many gallons you can only obtain.
Right.
Yeah.
And this stuff is affecting the world on a magnitude that United States have not seen. We'll sit here at the United States and be like, oh man, we paying almost $5 in gas. These other countries are on that level. That stuff that we saw, all that unrest, that's happening this week. And all over the world. Meanwhile, America's just like da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We talking about we ready for it. They preparing for a civil war. These other countries are already there. And it's coming here because America can only shield the people to a degree so much. And like I said, Americans ready to snap, man.
Hey, even his own MAGA base is ready to snap
running
on
away.
because he to me he doing it on purpose. He trying to destroy the democracy. He trying to make something pop off to where they can usher in whatever it is that they trying to bring in. Like you said, a lot of our people, they are sleeping, right? They don't see what's going on. Right, they don't see that way, man. A civil war, anything like that, gonna pop off in a minute. Our people, we just ain't ready. Right? Let me read one real quick. Proverbs 27:12.
Yes, sir.
Just real quick. Read this, because they don't know what they're dealing with. They too busy trying to love Billy, right? Old Susie May and all that. They don't realize that these people are against them, and they about to show themselves now, right? Because they taking everything away from them.
We touched on the voting rights and
all
of
of
that,
it, right?
Yeah.
All of this stuff is happening, and they finna see the real side of these people. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 27 and verse 12.
Come on.
A prudent man foreseeth the evil.
Right? It said a prudent man foreseeth the evil. He see the things coming. Right? He see what's finna happen on the earth. But you're sitting up in the church, right? The church can't tell you what's going on because the church still stuck up on trying to get some tithes. Right? So the pastor can go buy a Cadillac. But read.
And hideth himself.
Read. He prepares himself for what's coming. Come on.
But the simple pass on.
But the simple of our people, they pass on. How do we know they pass on? Because you still up in these clubs, right? You still buying outfits for the 4th of July, right? You still from the barbecue. What's this stuff coming up this week? Memorial Day, right? You still finna take part in all this stuff.
What memorial?
Right. And in the meantime, you see all of these nations doing what? Preparing for war. Right? War. Hey, things is finna happen. The world is finna be turned upside down and our people sleep. It's time for them to wake up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where we at? What time are we on right now? We're going to go to 3 minutes. Kenya hit by a deadly stir over fuel prices amid import dependence. All right? So this is what's going on in Kenya. Play on.
Routes through the Strait of Hormuz. The global energy system is beginning to...
Bolivia faces mass protest amid nationwide fuel shortages. All right, there's something else that's happening. You ain't seeing that in the news. What's American news? Fox News, CNN, and CBS talking about?
They ain't reporting it.
A bullshit?
Play on.
Signs of severe stress now. The aftershocks are spilling onto the streets.
Hold on. Cuba confirms it has completely run out of fuel. It's a whole country.
Hey, that's crazy, right? You see that they said that they having like 22, 23 hour rolling blackouts now.
Dang. Right.
That's crazy.
Bro, that's a whole day.
No, yeah. No. We finna see.
We ain't used to that over here.
That's going on, man. If people, that's gonna happen here. This is gonna happen here. People, stop playing games. All right, play on. We're gonna stop it in 3 minutes.
Kenya, anger over soaring fuel prices has erupted into deadly protests.
IEA global inventories dropped by 246 million barrels.
That's global inventories. 246 million barrels. So now, one thing to put this in perspective. All right, when the whole thing first kicked off, the U.S. released 9 million barrels into the U.S. oil markets to stabilize, to keep us from paying $10 a barrel right now.
Right.
9 million. So out of our reserve, they released 9 million to try to cushion our market. And they can't, they're like, look, they finna run low if they keep doing that. 246 million. You know how much that affects the world? 246 million barrels. Where we would be paying $10 a gallon right now for 87 if it wasn't for the 9 million that they put on the market here out of the reserves.
Oh my God!
That's crazy work.
All right, play it.
People were killed after demonstrations broke out across multiple towns following sharp hikes in...
I'm trying to see why they driving. Yeah.
Look, they put up on the car like, what is you doing?
Hey, man, like, what you driving for? You put that over up.
Energy crisis now spreading across several countries.
And you notice the countries that is hitting those that look like
Black.
us first.
It's hitting the Israelites hard.
It's hitting us first. Because not only does it affect, gas and stuff for your cars, but electricity, so forth and so on. There's a lot of stuff, right, that we use energy for that a lot of people don't think about.
The Lord is doing this to wake us up.
Right.
He gonna bring that affliction toward our people.
One
first
way or
and
another.
foremost. And then they're gonna have to recognize
Right.
we're gonna have to come together.
Trying to know who the devil is.
Because you can't keep none of your food cold.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no AC or heat in your house during the, it's a lot of time it's hot over there or whatever the case may be, and they used to it. But I mean, these are things that we need survival skills wise. You know what I'm saying? That we've got comfortable, and the Lord is showing us. I'm gonna pull a scripture after we get through with the video or whatever. But the Lord is showing us. He's giving us warning signs by letting us be privy to see these things going on in the other countries, so that we could properly prepare ourselves. Because at least you've been telling us for, quite some time, almost 7 years to get ready, right? 5 to 7 years they've been telling us. So to see this, we can't be in the mind space to where it's not gonna happen to us.
Absolutely.
This can happen. Exactly.
All right, play the 3 minutes and then we're gonna stop it. After that, you got some script to bring out.
Yeah, I got a little history to parallel.
Retail fuel prices. A nationwide public transport strike paralyzed commuter movement, leaving thousands stranded.
Okay. That's heavy. A nationwide public transport strike. So now, not only now you got a fuel crisis, and then the public transport workers just like, look, we ain't working. It's over with. So like in countries like that, they got them like them little. Y'all probably saw it in Congo and in Uganda and stuff right there. Them little,
that's the only transportation they can get around.
Whatever, them van carts or whatever. Those folks like, look, they striking because they can't pay for the fuel, so nobody can get around nowhere.
Yeah, that's gonna mess up all taxis and stuff like that.
That's what I'm talking
messing
about.
it up. Huh?
Play it.
Kenya now has suspended the strike to hold negotiations.
All right, play just a few more so you can get that last statement out.
In the government and stakeholders.
All right, that's it. So look, you see what's going on in the streets all throughout the world, right? I can definitely see that happening in Memphis, Tennessee at any point now. I'm talking about
they already been practicing.
Yeah,
with us.
I'm talking about.
Remember last summer they was doing some rolling blackouts here.
Yeah,
I kept wondering why would you do them here? Like we in the Tennessee Valley of Authority or whatever, but it makes sense.
And then they dropped the National Guard here just coincidentally. They know what's going to happen. They know, yeah, they know what's going on now. So. Officer Daniel, you had some history to bring out. Yes, sir.
Give me Revelation 11 verse 8. To show you that the Lord do the same thing over and over, and He try to give us warning to let us know, how He coming. But a lot of us ain't gonna take heed. A lot of us will take heed, and we'll be saving that day and time, Lord's willing. But read what you got.
The book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 8.
Let's go.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
So this is talking from a spiritual standpoint where it's not us physically dying. It's basically implying that, we're spiritually dead. Read on.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
So the Lord is talking about America. America is called Sodom and what?
And Egypt.
It is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Now, we're saying that the same thing is going to happen over here, just like we basically looking at videos, these crises going on, stockpile depletion, whether it's oil, whether it's gasoline, so on and so forth. They got a whole strike over there. The first people that's going to go on strike over here when it comes to something like that, especially when it hit America, is the dang on truck drivers. Mm-hmm. And once they go on strike, everything within your cities where you was able to go and comfortably shop, it's going to start to look like a real live famine.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand the Lord. He's not creating a famine like, back in the day where the locusts would come through and deplete it and then it no rain. Now the Lord said, I'm going to create a famine and it ain't going to be to where you know exactly how it's going to go down. You know what I'm saying? For the, the people. But go to Genesis 41 and read verse 1 and then jump to verse 12.
The book of Genesis, chapter 41 and verse 1. And it came to pass at the end of 2 full years that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river.
Read on.
Verse 2. And behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kine and fat flesh, and they fed in a meadow.
So this is feeding time. Everybody had everything to eat, including the animals. Everything was good, read.
And behold, 7 other kine came up after them out of the river, ill-favored, and lean-fleshed, and stood by the other kind upon the brink of the river.
So these 7 basically came out the opposite. One was well favored and fat. It was eating plenty. The other ones, they was malnutritioned. We got a whole malnutrition program over here in America, but America ain't gonna be able to suffice how widespread this thing is finna get to where they can aid you with EBT, food stamps that we were able to freely get.
Hey, look, that supply chain break.
Oh yeah.
Look, it ain't gonna be nothing on the shelf for you go get the EBT.
Hey, I'm seeing now because we deal with the food bank or whatever. The food bank is slowly depleting.
Yeah.
How we used when we first was dealing with the food bank,
they were dropping it off.
It is totally different. It used to be pallets out there in front of the school. Now we spend all this money and we may get a half a pallet. You may get one pallet or whatever the case may be. But I can see it slowly happen, coming into fruition. Read verse 12.
Verse 12. And there was there with us a young man, an Hebrew.
A who?
An Hebrew.
Ain't Bishop been telling us for a while about the famine that's coming?
Exactly.
See, that's what the other nations don't understand. You can utilize us to deal with the economical problems that we have worldwide, nationwide, so on and so forth, just like the heathens did back then. They utilized our forefathers and foremothers because they knew God was dealing with us.
To help stimulate their economy.
Right. It benefits them. But that lets you know God got it set up the way that he's supposed to have it set up. But read on.
And there was there with us a young man, an Hebrew, servant to the captain of the guard. And we told him, and he interpreted to us our dreams.
So Joseph, the man is telling, the chief butler is telling the Pharaoh, hey, listen, since can't nobody, interpret the dreams on what we read in 41, 1, 2, and 3, I know this guy that I was locked up with, and he basically interpreted all dreams. He told me you was going to put me back in my position, and you was going to eventually kill the other guy and cut his head off and hang him. So now his mind is brought back forth to Joseph. Now read verse 19.
Verse 19. And behold, 7 other kind.
18, my bad.
Verse 18. And behold, there came up out of the river 7 kind, fat flesh and well favored, and they fed in a meadow. And behold, 7 other kind came up after them, poor and very ill favored, and lean flesh, such as I never saw in all the land of Egypt.
So he's telling Joseph his dream. Now jump to, I think, 34.
Verse 34. Let Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers over the land, and take up the 5th part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years.
Because he stated that those 7 kinds that was eating and was fat flesh, these were the years that Egypt was basically going to have plenty of food. So he basically set up officers
to stockpile.
You know what I'm saying? What Bishop been telling us to do. Exactly. For almost 5 to 7 years. Read on.
Verse 35. And let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh.
Read.
And let them keep food in the cities, and that food shall be for store to the land against the 7 years of famine.
So 7 years of famine is going into where he says where the ill kind that was malnutrition, because it represented the 7 years that they was going to go into famine. Now, is America properly preparing us?
No, look, they got food supply, but guess what they doing with them?
Yeah,
they putting them in the mountain bunkers for the billionaires to go.
Who is it for, though?
Yeah, it ain't for you Negro.
It ain't for you Negro, because the Lord got to show you the man of perdition. He has to be revealed. You know what I'm saying? Because if
people too comfortable.
Right. If people see, all right, Trump is utilizing our people, you know what I'm saying, and the Lord is blessing him. You know how many people will be on Trump's side that's already outside, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't like Trump, you know what I'm saying? Trump is my guy, you know what I'm saying? Me and Trump hang out all the time. I'm lying. But Trump, he basically, like Officer said, he's setting up things for his society of people. Because they already know, hey, listen, we the minorities. You know what I'm saying? We ain't having babies, this, that, and that. We trying to give the white women more money to where they can have more kids. He understand that. And I forgot it was a video. If y'all can find it, there's a video of an Edomite speaking on how they're preparing, and how it shows a video of them in caves with all their RVs. And it's showing that, you know what I'm saying, they basically slowly preparing. They was like, it's so many hundreds of families that's down there, and they're preparing for what's to come or whatever. But when it comes to the black community, we got fight night. We standing in line for Jordans. We doing all manner of evil. evil when it comes to how we deal with each other. And we in Texas at the damn boogie down rodeo, and we doing all stuff that don't have nothing to do with preparation and longevity of life.
They talking about boots on the ground,
right? It's gonna be your stomach and your back
right
touching each other
right.
after a while, and you gonna be on the ground.
Talking about holding
You know what
your
I'm
stomach
saying?
and your back.
Right, but this is what happened in Egypt, and this is spiritual Egypt, and the Lord is gonna bring a famine to America, whether you believe it or not. So we just trying to simply prepare y'all and give y'all the warning before destruction comes. That's all I have.
Absolutely. Get Amos 6:1, because this is the thing. Our people have been so comfortable over here for so long, and they just never even imagined that what's about to come to the earth is going to be and then when we tell them, they still looking at us like we got three heads. The Christian church is not telling our people to prepare. Ain't giving them no type of solutions to the affliction that's about to hit them. But the Lord is doing this purposely to wake our people up. Read what you got.
The book of Amos, chapter 6 and verse 1. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion.
So the Lord said, woe to them that are at ease in Zion. You was not put here to be at ease. This is not your rest. Thus saith the Lord. So he says, woe to them, destruction to them that are at ease. That means you're going to be so relaxed over here that when the destruction is right around the corner, you ain't going to do nothing about it. You're not going to prepare. You just will think everything cool. Woe to them that is at ease in Zion. Read.
And trust in the mountain of Samaria.
And that's the oppressors. You trusting in the oppressors. Read.
Which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came.
So our people run after these other nations and hide up behind them. Read verse 3.
Verse 3. Ye that put far away the evil day.
So that's our people. It says, ye that put far away the evil day. That evil day to come is the day of the Lord, where all the destruction is about to hit the earth. Yeah, our people don't even got that in their mind. They're like, that ain't gonna come. People been saying the Lord, the word gonna end for forever, just like Peter said. No, he ain't. He's long suffering that he don't got to kill all y'all. He trying to give you a chance to wake up. But y'all put that far behind y'all mind. Read on.
And cause the seat of violence to come near.
And cause the white man, the so-called white man, Trump and all his cohorts and all his other people, to say, hey, come, let me move in the neighborhood with y'all. Let me get closer to y'all. Let me be entangled with y'all. That's what the Lord is saying. Read on.
Verse 4. That lie upon beds of ivory, and stretch themselves upon their couches, and eat the lambs out of the flock.
Hanging with the rich folks. They got all the wealth. Read.
And the calves out of the midst of the stall, that they chant to the sound of the vow, and invent to themselves instruments of music like David.
Keep reading. What's that, verse 4? We're going to stop it at verse 4.
Yeah, that was verse 4. Oh, I had read.
Yeah, okay, that's it right there. But yeah, that's our people right there. So our people are too busy trying to run up behind the enemy and trying to get close to them, not thinking about the day of the Lord is going to come, not thinking about that evil day, this day when hunger is going to strike the earth, when hunger is going to strike this place, when violence is going to strike this place. And you ain't preparing yourself for nothing. Our people still going to church, paying the pastor tithes, giving him money that you ain't even got.
Exactly.
It's crazy. 2026 and our people still falling for this. The Lord got something for you though. We're going to jump straight to video 6 and we're going to bounce around because we saw what was going on in Kenya. Listen to what they got to say about it. Because this can happen right here in America.
Bring it out.
Oh, for Jeremiah, you kind of quiet over there now. You got anything?
I thought he finna pull Lamentations 2:14. I just felt he finna pull that.
You felt it on him?
No, but I do got Isaiah 30 and 12 if you want to read that for me. You know what I'm saying? That go to your point, like what you're saying, officer. Our people, they trust in this oppression that they in. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, read that for me.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Because in Matthew 24, it tell you it's going to be wars and rumors of wars. It's going to be famine and pestilence all on the earth. But our people don't want to listen to the word and how God trying to warn them, right? But what?
And trust in oppression.
They trust in oppression. They love this. They love living in spiritual Sodom and Egypt right now.
Love it.
They love it over here. Keep reading.
And perverseness. And stay thereon.
And they want to go to the club. They want to do everything else but prepare themselves. And they not observing of what's going on. So you're right. You're right about that also.
Yes, sir.
People in La La Land.
La La Land. Play what you got.
Stay their own.
Stay there.
They ain't coming off of it.
We're going to stay here.
They gonna stay on Esau's kid as long as they can.
You know when they say stay their own, is they what's the word I'm looking for? It's like I know that the scripture say they trust in it, but it's like it's normal to them.
Yeah.
Right.
When they stay their own,
It's like a baby sucking the titty of the mama.
Right. It's
If you
normalized.
leave him there, he gonna stay there.
Yeah.
You got to pull them aggressive babies off.
Right. Till they
As
fall
soon as
asleep on it.
bro, I'm telling you.
That's what happened. Now people that fell asleep on it.
Fell
Yeah.
asleep,
They
bro.
fell asleep on it.
You take them off that titty of America you want to,
Man, bro.
yeah.
Whining, huh?
Hey, for real.
But listen, this right here is a microcosm of what's finna happen over here. Check this out, though. Check this out. Listen to how they and don't get it twisted. Now I look at this stuff spiritual. You know what happened to our elders and our brothers over there in Kenya. We went over there with the greatest gospel on earth, trying to bring them. I mean, as soon as Deuteronomy 7 and 6 came out talking about you the greatest people, them folks started slinging rocks.
Bruh,
They didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to hear nothing about
man.
our Christ is black. They didn't want to hear nothing about you the greatest people on earth. You the Israelite. They wasn't hearing it. And then the Negroes back here in America, these I don't even want to call them.
Bug the hell.
Yeah, these bugged the hell out. So-called Israelites was over here cheering it. The Lord be bringing the vengeance. Right. It ain't no wonder why Kenya one of the worst hit countries over there when it comes to this economic crash with the oil.
Yeah.
Kenya.
You remember how France did us?
Yeah.
And then judgment came to France. The Lord be
He don't be playing no game.
Kenya, man, they robbing all of these black nations, and like you said, with this oil crisis, is hurting the black nations.
Yeah.
I want to bring out one more scripture.
Get what you got. Get what you got.
Read Revelations real quick. Revelation 6.
All praise.
And just want to get to a point, right? Key point. Well, we just started at 5.
Yes, sir. The
But
book
I want to
of
read it all because the red horse represents this white man, right? This red horse is the one that's doing all of this chaos. But read.
the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 5.
Come on.
And when he had opened the third seal,
Read.
I heard the third beast say,
Come on.
Come and see.
Come on.
And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
So a black horse, right? This dark horse can represent the dark nations, like you see over there in Kenya, the Congo, and all these different places. But also economics, right? He controls the economics and the money and all of these things. But read on.
And he that sat on him had a pair of balances.
A pair of balances, because he controlling everything, right? He got the money system and everything. He controls it all. He tell you if your dollar trash or he'll tell you if your dollar good, right? This man controls it all. But read.
Had a pair of balances in his hand.
Come on.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny.
Jump down to verse 7 real quick. Let's finish it up.
Verse 7. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, Come and see.
Read.
And I looked, and behold, a pale horse.
Read.
And his name that sat on him,
What was his name?
Death and
Come
Hell,
on.
followed with him.
Everywhere this man go is always death and hell, right? Just think about the chaos. What's the name of the class?
Look,
Scourge.
the scourge of the earth. The scourge of the earth.
All of these things that he's causing around the earth, this man is responsible for it.
Absolutely.
Read.
And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the
Or
earth,
the fourth part of the earth, or America. But read.
to kill with sword.
To do what?
To kill with
Where
sword.
this man go, this man kills, right? Look how they doing over there in the Middle East right now. Hey, they don't care. They hit innocent people, right? They gonna, hey, if they at war with you, they at war with your family too. They gonna kill your kids too. Read.
And with hunger.
With what?
And with hunger.
Who causing hunger, right? Who causing these things right now? Right? Look at. I was reading a story where they were sending aid, trying to send aid to Gaza right now on like boats, right? And what you know what Israel doing?
Oh yeah, they blockaded.
They blocking them. They ain't letting them in, right? They trying to starve the people out, right? This man doing that, right?
And it's the same people all over the earth. Don't get it twisted. It's the same white man. He all over the earth by different name, but he the same white man.
Right? Controlling everything. He controls all of the economics, right? He controls it all. Go ahead.
Scourge of the earth. Video 6. Play what you got.
Come on. Nearly 3 months after the US and Israel attacked Iran, and Kenyans are feeling the pinch. Last week, the government announced a fuel price increase of about 24%, having done the same last month. The operators of the minibuses on which millions of Kenyans commute called for a nationwide strike.
No tray.
Protesters enforced it with roadblocks in several towns and main roads leading into central Nairobi.
The government should come down to our levels and listen, that they can really accommodate our views or our cries.
The demonstrators don't believe that President William Ruto is trying to help.
There is no matatu anywhere, and the matatus which are there. From Kitengela we used to pay 100, 150. Right now it's 300. Guys, life is becoming so unbearable. So please, Mr. Ruto, wherever you are, if you can listen to us Kenyans, we are just requesting, please lower those fuel prices.
Police fired tear gas to try and clear the roads. The finance minister said Kenya didn't cause the war in the Middle East. The strike was uncalled for, but that the government would meet transport operators to seek an agreement. Political opponents accuse President William Ruto and his business associates of profiting from the global fuel crisis and question why fuel costs significantly more in Kenya than in neighbouring countries.
We import our things through our own ports. Our neighbouring country like Uganda, the fuel is cheap and they don't have ports. They import their fuels through Mombasa port. So we're asking this question, how come the fuel in Kenya is more expensive more than Uganda and Ethiopia and Tanzania? Those fuels, those prices, they are not matching.
It's the fourth consecutive year of protests around this time, which is also when Parliament votes on its annual budget. Previous demonstrations have been triggered by tax rises, high cost of living, corruption and police brutality. The government says it's doing what it can to keep the price of fuel down. Many people say they don't believe it.
So look,
Malcolm
what they did, if you didn't catch it before, he said they just recently raised the fuel prices in Kenya by 24%, and they raised it 24% the previous month. So now, what's that, 48% up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Instead of neighboring cities,
The
it
neighbor
ain't that
countries.
expensive.
Yeah, the neighbor.
But you know, Kenya, our brothers in Kenya, man.
Bunch of corruption, man. They learned it from the white man.
Bro, they love the white man so much. This is the Lord having to reveal to them that the white man is the damn devil the Bible speak of. Because we can't stress it enough for them. They try to kill us when we say you look like Christ, you the people of the book. So the Lord like, you know what? You ain't want to listen to my prophets? I got something for you. I'm finna put a screen on the dang on area where you at, to where now you can realize that these people that you glorify and see as God, they're going to be the ones that a lot of your family members going to die because of the things that they doing in the earth. Because he said, well, we ain't the reason why the war going on in the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? So why are we being affected by it?
Look, you see, that's crazy. You see how the government tried to throw it off. They threw it off on Trump. He did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah.
But they pocketing the money on the people, though.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Look, the Lord's going to bring that affliction, the scourge, on all of them. Because what we read about that, put that scourge definition up there one more time. Because what's happening right now, Kenya getting scourged. Yeah. The Kenyans is getting scourged for sure. Put it up there, raise it up there for the people, blow it up. What is it?
Scourge. A scourge is a versatile term that can refer to a harsh whip.
Kenya getting a harsh whip right now.
Used for punishment.
They pockets being punished for sure.
Or metaphorically to describe a person.
Yeah, that white man, that person.
Thing.
America.
Or event that causes widespread suffering and affliction.
A war that causes a world energy crisis. Caused by this one man of perdition. The scourge of the earth.
Such as disease.
Oh, we gonna touch on disease, because disease going on right now. You know how the Lord, he just stir up some stuff and all of a sudden, boom, a disease pop up. Where this come from? Let's talk. Hey, you want to see? Let's see. See if the Lord don't be doing what he say he gonna do.
Come on.
What?
War or poverty.
Yeah. Disease, war, and poverty is definitely going on in Africa, in Kenya, in Central America. North America is finna touch real good, real fast, because our people have not. None of the people is even remotely prepared. But let's go to the next video. Let's go to the next video. Let me get where we gonna go.
Let's go.
Wait a minute. Touched the wrong page. Here we go. Go up to let's go to video. Go to video number 4. We're gonna play the 1 minute and 30 seconds. Now, this white dude, he be going off. It's a couple of different podcasts with national news that they really be touching on a lot of topics. But you know what I'm saying, he'll start dropping expletives. So if you got children, you know what I'm saying, they cover their ears, or you know what, you ain't got to cover your ears because more than likely you say the same stuff in the house when you get mad.
All right.
It's keep it 100 with you. This understanding prophecy and it's raw. Play what you got. Minute and 30 seconds.
All right, so we got to talk about what's going on in Bolivia because Trump is allegedly plotting an invasion of Bolivia in an attempt to kidnap the former left-wing president Evo Morales. So this is a huge deal. Basically, what they're trying to do is the same playbook they did in Venezuela with Maduro, the same playbook that they're about to run in Cuba as well. They're also looking to do it with Bolivia. So add Bolivia to the list of countries that there are plans to attack, ladies and gentlemen. Add it to the list of countries. And by the way, nobody's talking about this. So first, let's start with this right here. Common Dream says, miles and miles of protest in Bolivia as miners and unions march against privatization and low wages. Peasants, unions, and other groups are protesting a law that they say would allow corporate control of small farmers' land, as well as fuel shortages and a low minimum wage. So the current right-wing president...
Hold on, what they sound like? That sound like what's going on over here, ain't it? That's America,
That's
ain't it?
America right there.
Ain't it, man? Go ahead.
Is doing all sorts of privatization reforms.
Hold on, pause. It sounds just like America, but why ain't like I said, but the Americans ain't hit the streets and acted a fool just as yet. Not yet.
Because they busy robbing these other countries.
but I'm saying the American people, Trump got up on the TV, right? And then one of the reporters asked him, "How do you feel about the current state of the American economy?" He's like, "I don't think anything about the American economy."
I don't care.
He said, like, as long as Iran doesn't get
no
weapon.
The war. He said, as long as they don't get no bombs or no nuclear weapons, he was like, he good.
He said that, and white people got pissed off.
Yeah.
They was like, wait a minute, hold on, buddy.
It hit home.
Yeah, it hit home. They was like, wait a minute, I thought you was on our side. Because it's us we talking about too. Hey, he straight up let him know. He'll talk. Then he doubled down and said, look, the stock market has rose. The stock market is at its highest right now. Only about 10% of any of Americans own stock, and that's the 1% class.
Right,
actually own stocks.
I sure hope what I got going on, a little bit I got going on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that many people own stocks, so that's not showing the real economy. The actual working economy, everybody crushed, everybody hurt. Yeah. And that includes the white man over here, too. So you're going to see the things that's stirring over here. That's why everybody been talking for the last couple years, like, it's going to be civil war here. Because the class, it's going to be a class civil war. Elites versus the regular white man. And then you Negroes just going to be caught in the middle. You Negroes and Hispanics.
And a lot of them going to get killed.
Caught in the crossfire.
Because that's when Esau know that they could kill us and really get off. You know, really get away when the
turmoil.
When the United States is in the array and it's turmoil, they can just because they did it. And the reason why I said it because they did it during Katrina.
Yep.
When that flood happened down there in New Orleans, Louisiana area, so on and so forth, and a lot of our people was swimming, trying to get out. And come back into the neighborhoods that they had houses and stuff. The white people was on their boats going around killing them. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that they did it to themselves or whatever. So when we become vulnerable as a nation, the least vulnerable is the dang on white man.
Yep.
Because they got stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got boats and stuff to make their life easier or whatever. But when it comes to us, we on the bottom of society.
They've been plotting on the time of lawlessness so they can do their thing.
We become targets.
Right.
Finish
it out with just 1 minute and 30 seconds on this, and then we're going to jump right to the video 5 to double down on that.
Workers and indigenous people, okay? And now you have these massive protests that are erupting. So this is going on in the background as we get stuff like this. Evo Morales claims U.S.-backed military plot to kill or detain him in Bolivia. Former Bolivian President Evo Morales accused the United States on Friday of planning his assassination or detention through a military operation coordinated with the government of President Rodrigo Paz, with support from the DEA and U.S. Southern Command.
So look, all of this is going on. Meanwhile, they still teetering on. If we finna go back to war, full all-out war with Iran, the Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Ain't no oil shipping around nowhere. Nothing is, no relief is in sight. But America's like, you know what? I'm finna lock down all these other countries over here on my hemisphere so I can rob all their resources. Because they know this. Look, America is doing this. Them good white folks is doing this because they know ain't no relief from the Middle East coming. They know this issue ain't finna be resolved. So they just looking over here in the backyard to be like, all right, who can we rob over here to make sure we straight? So everything that's going on, and one thing about it, even when they get done robbing these countries, it take a while to get all their theft up and running to even begin to benefit the people. If it were going to benefit the people. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they stole Venezuela's, they stole their president away, kidnapped them, and they got the biggest oil reserve. Yeah. They don't got oil fields. They don't got oil refineries. So it take a while to build that infrastructure before they can actually start utilizing that stuff. So let's see. They playing the long game. And one thing, Trump trying to get a third term. You spoke about this earlier off the how come. They know they got certain executive powers. If they can kick off enough war and turmoil, he can use executive power to where if it's a war going on, you can suspend elections and push the term longer.
Hey, he finna, boy. Hey, that's gonna cause some.
That's the Civil War plan.
I was looking at something today because there's always something on the news about this guy. And you know the Marjorie, what's her name? Marjorie Green.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Green and this Alex, this other guy, Alex, what's that dude name? He do the little podcast.
You talking about Alex Jones?
Alex Jones.
Okay.
Her and him was talking, and she was saying, "Hey, it's time to destroy the Republican Party." Right? She said it's time to destroy it. So I'm telling you, when he pull a move like that, they gonna go to war behind that.
Oh yeah.
They gonna go to war behind it.
You can see everything in the works brewing. So, what was it? Video 5. Go to video 5. So you can see that he spoke about the protesters going on in Bolivia. You can see what's going on. It's uprisings and upheavals of the people all over the earth. And the scripture talks about that. And one of y'all prophets can pull anything you got. Come on. Play that.
El gobierno es un criminal, a lo que hemos visto.
No, slow down. We got to read what you said. Yeah. Stained with indigenous blood, massive protests continue against U.S.-backed Bolivian president. You got it from here, Rita. Play and pause as we go.
The government is criminal.
Es un criminal, a lo que hemos...
Based on what we have seen in the early hours of Friday morning,
del día viernes,
they attacked while our brothers from Ingavia province were spending the night and sleeping.
Estaban pernoctando, estaban durmiendo nuestros hermanos de provincia de Ingavi, y ha habido
and there were deaths.
Por eso
that is why we are angry
molestos,
and hurt by this government.
Con este gobierno, no solo
not only has it issued decrees and laws,
sacado decretos, ha sacado leyes, ha sacado...
It has done everything against the Bolivian people.
Hold on now. This said this government is backed by who?
U.S.
The U.S. backed government. This is what they do. They took just like what's that in Maccabees? Give it in Maccabees about when Judas Maccabees heard about the Romans and how what they do.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Yeah, you can
the book of First Maccabees, chapter 8 and verse 1.
Yeah, that was vision. Hey,
brother, here's
that's right. You say you're a third bishop. That's all right. You never wrong, ain't it?
Bro.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 1. Now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans, that they were mighty and violent men, and such as would loving accept all to join themselves unto them.
So that's how America do. Any of these nations that have these puppet leaders or these leaders that want to be Uncle Toms and lick the bootstraps of the Americans, they accept them lovingly. Read on.
And make a league of amity with all that came unto them.
And see, that's what they'll do. They'll make a league of amity, of friendship with these puppet leaders. These people that's going to do their bidding. Read on.
And that they were men of great valor. It was told him also of their wars and noble acts, which they had done among the Galatians, and how they had conquered them and brought them under tribute.
Okay. Where's the? I want to
jump to verse 12.
Yeah, that's the verse.
Verse 12. But with their friends and such as relied upon them, they kept enmity.
Enmity.
Right.
Right.
And that they had conquered kingdoms, both far and nigh, and so much as all that heard of their name were afraid of them.
Verse 13 is the point I want.
Verse 13. Also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displace.
So now this is what America would do. Whom they want to help to a kingdom, they'll come into this place and be like, you know what, this dude ain't gonna play ball, so we're gonna displace him. But we're gonna set up this guy right here. He gonna play ball and do everything we need him to do. Now you can see what this woman is saying. She there in Bolivia. She's like, man, our government are criminals. They're attacking the people. Our people were there protesting to sleep, and they came and attacked them. They killed many people. It was like they doing all these things against the Bolivian people. But this is the Bolivian government. No, it's not. It's the American government.
Right.
It's their puppets. It's the ones that Rome has put in place. And who they help to a kingdom, they will. This is what they do. Play the video.
Come on.
It's over and over again. It's the same playbook. The scourge of the earth has been the scourge of the earth all throughout history. They do the same thing. They've been running the same plays. It's just like Denzel and Remember the Titans. They only got about 6 plays, and they're going to run them until you stop them.
Todo en contra del pueblo boliviano.
Okay.
The United States should not interfere in eternal matters.
Hey, man, they know it. Read.
En temas internos, pero Estados
But the United States give instructions to Rodriguez Paz.
Rodrigo Paz. Yeah.
das receta a Rodrigo Paz, es Rodrigo.
And Rodrigo Paz used police and military forces to gun people down.
Utiliza policías militares para acribillar y por eso.
This is why in just 6 months of government,
en 6 meses de gobierno,
he has stained himself with indigenous blood.
Con la sangre indígena, eso es
this is unforgivable.
So look,
that is unforgivable.
Give me a Hosea 4. Hosea 4:1. Because this right, they brought to mind what the brother said. He said he has stained himself with indigenous blood. He is one of those people. So this is why the Lord got a problem with us. But see, the people that's at ease, they've been at ease, and I've heard this before, and I know many of the brothers and stuff in the truth, y'all have heard this from some of our people that hate our Hispanic brothers and sisters. That be like, oh, it's only Negroes or whatever. They got their own countries. They'll say that, be like how they did it, like they got their own countries, they got their own such and such, you know. But no, watch this. They never control this stuff. Esau always controls them in their own lands, so-called own land. And it's been that way since when? 1492?
Mm-hmm.
All right, read what you got.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Let's go.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Just like he said in Amos, he said, woe to them that be at ease. The Lord got a controversy, so he's going to bring destruction to them. Read.
Because there is no truth, no mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
Did this man right here, did the leaders there have mercy on those people, of his own people? No, the man just said, the America shouldn't be intervening in personal affairs, but the internal affairs, but he said they give instructions to Rodrigo Paz and his government, and they go and kill the people. Read on.
By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood.
And blood touches blood. This is what's going on. The Esau will use your own people against you. And that's what this man's saying. He said this man, Rodrigo Paz, has stained himself with indigenous blood. Blood touches blood. The Lord got a controversy with that. So guess what? The destruction and the scourge is definitely finna come to Bolivia. He said they got plots and plans to go ahead and overtake even the puppet leader that they set up. Once they do enough of their bidding, then Trump gonna come on in and take that, because all the resources that Bolivia has is now America's.
Hey, get Revelation 17 real quick. Come on. 1 and verse 2.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
So America is going into all these different countries. They raping people of their resources, which they've been doing since they came out of the Caucasus Mountain and established themselves, like Officer said, in the 1400s, to where the Lord gave them. Get that in Genesis. They covenant that the Lord gave them. This ain't nothing new to us. It ain't amazed. We ain't amazed by it, you know, because I think it's 39:41. Yes. 29:41. Yeah, 27:31. Yeah. Read what you got.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27. We'll start at verse 38.
Yeah, 38.
Verse 38. Come on. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
So he cried for the blessing. This how bad that they want to be in rulership over the entire earth. The Lord would have gave this nigga this blessing, man. It would have been over with for us, man. But the Lord, he do better, because it was already promised through the covenants with our forefathers and who he was going to establish his covenant with. Read.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Now, how you think that they going to get the fat? That's why you can't listen to a Negro. Man, let's take up arms. Create organizations like the NFC, the No F***ing Around Coalition.
Oh, yeah.
And then you shoot yourself in the right foot. And then now we don't hear no more existence of this entire organization. You can't take up arms against God. Your arms are too short to box with the God of this Bible. Read on.
And of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword. And
by how?
By thy sword shall thy live.
They live by the sword. So the Lord said eventually they're going to die by the sword. Now go back to Revelations. That great whore is America. And they going to set up and they going to take what they want all over the earth. Read what you got.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 1.
Verse 2.
Verse 2. With whom the kings of the earth.
So this great whore now comes into the picture with the kings of the earth. Like we just reading about the presidents of these other countries, so on and so forth. Read.
Have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
So they send mercenaries to these other countries. And they go to the leaders and they say, hey, this is what we established. This is what we got set up. This is the plan that we're trying to implement over here for this country. And if the leaders don't want to comply, then the leaders must then die.
Bars.
It is what it is. That's what they got set up and orchestrated. Read on.
Verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
It's going into the European Union, so on and so forth. This is the white man. Read.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls.
Now, how the hell you think she got these things?
Come on.
Now, how she got it? Now, this is the woman with the kings of the earth, and she got all of these rare commodities, these things.
Pillaging.
Yeah.
She's robbing, pillaging.
beautified in the ornaments of these things. Just like Queen Elizabeth, that crown she had and all the rings and all that stuff. Where you think these people get these things from? Because they just don't go in the store and buy.
No, they ain't bought none of it.
Nah.
Ain't got no receipts.
No receipts. They got receipts. It's in blood, though.
You're right.
Read on.
Having a golden cup in her hand. Full of abominations.
Full of what?
Abominations.
These are their policies, they tricks, they lies, so on and so forth. They technology they use. They go and scope out these people where they stay at and kill them, send bombs, send armies, so on and so forth. Read.
And filthiness of her fornication.
And that's what happened when you lay in the bed with America, when you make an alliance with this nation. Bloodshed must take place. Resources must be stripped so that America can benefit from it and thrive. These people worked hard to establish this kingdom by bloodshed and pillaging all over the earth. So you think that they finna stop? You think they finna give it all up?
And these other countries, like I said, especially our people in these other countries that actually lay down with these folks, they don't understand what it is, the relationship between a pimp and a hoe.
Hey, man.
Look, if a hoe lay down with a pimp, she got to break bread.
You're going to learn today.
You got to come off of everything.
Right.
Ain't no cut. I get all the resources, all the money, all this right here.
I give you protection. Right. That's the military. That's what a pimp serve. Hey, I'm gonna make sure nigga don't come out here and make you do nothing that you don't want to do outside of what I told you to do.
And I'm gonna handle your finances for you too.
And I'm gonna do all the finances. You gonna stay with me. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be taken care of. And that's how America do other nations.
And you gonna do what he say do.
You gonna do it when he say do what he say do it.
Then he gonna slap him.
Yeah, if you don't come back with my money,
coming down.
If you don't come back with the money that I told you supposed to make, guess what? There will be repercussions.
Why you wasn't over there where I told you to be?
Right. You know what I'm saying? And hey, listen though, and don't mess around and fall in love with one of the Negroes you're supposed to be collecting the money from.
Oh no,
don't but that goes into the other country that's trying to set up alliances. There you go. You talk to them if you want to, and I ain't tell you to talk to them.
There it is. Look, this is the classic.
Man, reverse.
Goldie couldn't do it no better.
Hey, for real.
Verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written. Mystery. Babylon the Great.
I told y'all this is spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt, so on and so forth. Read on.
The mother of harlots.
See, the hoes of all hoes, man.
Devil.
Read on.
And abominations of the earth.
And can't nobody out abominate America.
Hey, you know what? They said it's the mother of all harlots. She that's the mistress of the whorehouse. So she's running it. This the mistress of the whole.
Everything, bro.
It's the female pimp. She been pimping hard though.
Yeah, she pimping everybody.
Pimp hands strong.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how America is ran, man. And a lot of people gonna die. A lot of our people gonna die, whether they know they Israel or not, because it's affecting them. And they don't know why these things are affecting them. That's why it's a beautiful thing to be in America, to where you have access to and be privy to this wisdom and understanding, so you can at least know, you know what I'm saying, why we going through the things that we going through, man. So it's good that the Lord put the spirit on the bishop to go out into all these different countries and establish and set up schools so that our people can have the same wisdom and understanding that we over here have in America.
Absolutely. Get video 8. Get video 8, because this is another thing that ain't been in the news. And when we tell you, when we say that they are the scourge of the earth, they touching everywhere. This man cannot stop. You know what? When Trump, people should have believed Trump when he said just grab him by the
balls.
He ain't say
balls.
balls.
He grabbing balls and everything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right now, he grabbing everything.
But he touching everything. He gonna touch you up.
Real.
Trump gonna touch you up. He touching up, and he can't help but to molest every place.
Yeah, bruh. Hey, listen. He is doing a thorough search, pat down. He's checking everything. If you got a resource up the rear, he's coming forward.
Play video 8, because I bet y'all ain't heard about this one right here. This just happened recently. It was a couple days ago.
U.S. releases footage of strikes against ISIS in Nigeria.
Hold on. When the last time you heard about ISIS?
Huh? That was Afghanistan.
ISIS in Nigeria.
Listen.
Nigeria?
They put ISIS wherever they want.
Wherever they want to strike and drop bombs at, ISIS over there.
Man.
ISIS over there. They go say, all right, go ahead, run it.
Hey, hold on. It kind of remind me of how they did us, especially like with the 40s, 50s, 60s, when we was trying to establish ourselves, so on and so forth, and they put that random white chick somewhere, and then a whole community get burned down.
Yeah.
He tried to rape me.
Yeah.
He tried to touch me in the elevator, so on and so forth.
He whistled at me.
Same trick, bro. They use it over and over again.
This is the white woman in distress is ISIS now.
Yep. They use it.
I thought I was going to send another video on it, whatever, just to expound upon it. But the U.S. is doing airstrikes in Nigeria with the aid of the Nigerian government too. Some more coons that lay down with them, because Nigeria is one of those nations that was coming against the Sahel alliance, which was Niger, Burkina Faso,
three countries.
Niger, Burkina Faso,
Mali or something.
Mali,
Mali,
right?
Yeah.
So they was coming against that alliance because they broke away from the ECOWAS. They broke away from that. So Nigeria is part of ECOWAS which is basically the puppets that was set up by the U.S. So now they like, yeah, come on in here. You can bomb whoever you want to bomb over here. It's okay.
Just come in and destroy whatever you want.
Trump doing everything to just try to throw off any kind of look. He doing the classic trick like, hey, what's going on with the war in the Strait of Hormuz? Hey, look over here.
Yeah.
Right.
Them type of leaders, man, I can't stand, man. Just sell your people out, right? To sell your people out for a few dollars, right? Because they got this old covetous spirit upon them. And like the scripture said, they make merchandise of their people, man. What is that? That's 2 Peter, right?
Come on.
2 Peter is 1.
After the men get done bringing up
finding that, I'm gonna look for the Negro that we had like that amongst our people that sell whatever they need to sell.
Toby be good nigga for myself.
That's them.
Toby be good nigga for myself. Hey, you on point, man.
Whenever y'all get done, cue up the when the officers get done with their scriptures, cue up video 3, and then we gonna jump to 12.
Start at 1.
Yes, sir. The book of 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people.
So there were some false prophets among the people, right? And this white man, he searched out for those false people that's amongst you. And he wants to set those people up, because he going to set those people up, like we've been saying earlier, to do their bidding, right? Just like you see now, these nations, right? They sell out their own people for a few dollars. Okay? Read on.
Even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies.
Who probably shall bring in, right? Secretly bringing these things and usher in, right? In this case, usher in the policies that America want to push in these different nations. But jump down to verse 3.
Verse 3. And through covetousness.
And through that covetousness, because America offered them a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They offer them a lot of money.
Let me use your airspace. I got something for you.
Put a blank check right there. Whatever you want on it, it's yours. Right? Read.
Shall they with vain words.
With those deceitful words, right? Hey, if we allow this man to come in, hey, it's going to be better for our economy, right? We're going to be thriving, right? We're going to be a booming nation, right? But read.
Make merchandise of you.
And then they sell out their people and make merchandise of the people. And the people of the country become a slave to this man. Right? You make merchandise of their own people, selling out your own people. And the Lord gonna turn it upside down. The Lord got something for you.
Hey, it's gonna be some. I'm prophesying. It's gonna be some more scourging that happened in Nigeria, in Ghana, and all these other countries that's in league with these people.
Right.
The Lord gotta wake them up because they at ease.
Exactly.
Especially the leaders of those countries.
Hey, get that in 2 Maccabees 4 and 7.
Come on.
Because there's Negroes like this in the Bible that we can read that sold their people out, whether they in position of power, whether, you know what I'm saying, they do evil surmising to get to where they at, take bribes, so on and so forth. Read what you got.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 4 and verse 7. But after the death of Seleucus, when Antiochus called Epiphanes, took the kingdom, Jason, the brother of Onias, labored underhand.
He did what?
Labored underhand.
That's what a lot of these leaders of the countries of our people, that's what they do. they labor underhand. They make deals with, you know what I'm saying, America. They let America come in, and America promised them to make them rich and their families. And they strip the country of all natural resources, and they take anything, raw materials, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Jason, the brother of Onias, labor underhand.
Yeah, Jason is ungodly
Underhanded
rich. This is Judas spirit right here. Read.
Labor underhand to be high priest, promising unto the king by intercession 303 score talents of silver, and of another revenue 80 talents.
So they want to pay the king off so that they basically can set up and be set up in power. Read.
Verse 9. Besides this, he promised to assign 150 more, if he might have license to set him up a place of exercise, and for the training up of youth and the fashions of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochians.
So this Negro wanted to pay the king so that he could turn the people into Greek fashion. Negro, you gonna sell your people out just so you can turn to the Greek fashion?
I believe that nigga liked the boys because he talking about train them up, train up the young men and the ways of the Grecians.
And hats on and stuff.
He said he wanted to train them up, put them. I want to, he could all the things he could ask for.
Everything.
I'm gonna pay you off and let me build a gym so I can train up the young boys in the ways of the Grecians.
Something ain't right about that.
I ain't, gay. The more I started thinking about them, gay.
Hey, for real. And he paid for that, like you said.
Paid for that.
He paid for that to happen, man. But that just show you the underhanding of our people, how they sell their own people out for little small crumbs in this society, man, that don't benefit us as a nation at all whatsoever. But when you further read, maybe like 3-4 more chapters down the line, we had priests that stood firm for the Lord, law, statutes, and commandment, like Eleazar, and he wouldn't even taste swine, even if they gave him the right meat, and it appeared that he was doing something evil.
Look like.
Yeah, he wanted to come close to where it resembled him doing sin in front of the young men and the people.
Right.
But today in the time that we living in, it's free to, no men, rolling like that. All the exception of the spirit that the Lord put on leadership. So all praise for those men. But go ahead on.
All right, we're going to go to video 3 because we got to see what,
Damn, we just on video 3. No,
I'm jumping around. I just number them so I
I
can call them.
We just on video 3, man.
No, we didn't drop some stuff. We
Jeremiah
didn't drop some stuff.
pull out 2 scriptures.
We moving, man. I got some. I'm waiting on something for Jeremiah. I'm trying to throw him an alley-oop, man. Go ahead.
Come on.
Yeah.
Man. He said, hey, come
Yeah,
on.
I'm
Come on.
here. He's playing double dutch. She's just waiting on the right swing. Play video 3.
We got.
This is what brought Cuba to its breaking point.
Cut it up.
For decades, Venezuela had been Havana's biggest oil supplier. Then, overnight, its president...
All right, that was kind of low, man. I don't think I can't hear it. I don't know if the people can hear it. Run it back. Just work the volume. So we talking about Cuba right now and what's going on with them. And it's tied in what happened to Venezuela.
This is what brought Cuba to its breaking point. For decades, Venezuela had been Havana's biggest oil supplier. Then, overnight, its president, Nicolas Maduro, was out of power.
The dictator and terrorist, Maduro, is finally gone in Venezuela. People are free.
Under U.S. pressure, Caracas pulled the plug on its closest ally, which already had a troubled economy.
We would love to see the regime there change. We would like to. That doesn't mean that we're going to make a change, but we would love to see it change.
Once the Trump administration threatened tariffs on countries that send oil to the communist-run government, no one dared to come to its rescue. The impact on this...
Hold on. Pause there, because they said something that was an outright lie. They said, okay, they put sanctions on any country that will try to send Cuba any oil. Said no one dare come to their rescue. Now, a few weeks ago, amid a U.S. blockade, y'all can look this up, U.S. had a blockade over Cuba, but a Russian tanker was allowed to come through and give them oil. Russian tanker. Now, Trump just recently lifted sanctions off of Russia so they could sell their oil. And he had a blockade, but he let Russia through. This is
so they can make money.
So Russia can make money.
Right.
Against so-called NATO ally to fight a war against Ukraine. It's still going on. Like this, nothing is going on.
And they aid in Ukraine with weapons.
Nothing is going on make sense.
That don't make sense.
Nothing make look.
Hey, the Lord got it down though. He got it down to the side.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying you just gotta watch what Trump doing. Everything is just to destabilize everything. He playing both sides of everything. He got his hand in everything. He grabbing everything by the. You know what I'm saying?
But I will say, because, I got to take up for my boy Trump. You know what I'm saying? Lay off Trump now. But he has to do all of this mismanaging and creating confusion and doing all of this stuff because that's the only way the kingdom, the United States of America, is going to be to the point where it get destroyed in 1 hour.
Oh, yeah.
1 hour. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of stuff going on out of control to the point where it's going to make these folks mad. And they're going to like, press the goddamn button.
Hey, you know what? They got to be the outro song.
For real, man.
Show. They got to be the outro song.
Yeah, man.
Finish up the video.
Looking up Marco Rubio, man.
I know. Go ahead.
I know I had said it, but that dude, man, got a Hispanic background.
Rubio.
Yeah, he got some big ears too.
He from Cuba.
Rubio, yes.
You know, he's from Cuba. So it's I'm like, wow, like he just.
People.
Just lay down, man.
The Lord got a controversy with our people. They like laying down with the pimp.
Go back to him. Put him up again. He got some real big.
Put Rubio.
Earlobes,
oh yeah,
man.
yeah. What they just showed, he showed too. That
rewind it back and then we're gonna come back to where we had it at.
Yeah.
Look at him.
That's where his family from.
Bruh, they could care less, bruh.
Marco Rubio.
You gotta think, when they get to these positions of power, they feel like they made it.
Yeah.
Ain't no more looking out for my people. That's the reason why, and it ain't far-fetched. We see it over here on a regular. The Tyler Perrys, the Oprah Winfreys, you know what I'm saying, the Michael Jordans, all of these brothers that get all this money and accolades, and they don't do nothing for their communities. That buying turkeys in the community for Thanksgiving, that is some BS.
Right.
You gonna feed them for one day and then they gonna start at 364 days out of the year?
Listen, the dope boys do that.
Yeah, the
billionaire Negroes don't even do that. They don't even do that. They don't even do that.
And if they do, it's a tax write-off somewhere to where they can get those accolades back.
Man.
So it's 100% that, you know what I'm saying, they basically benefiting. But it ain't surprised that our people, man, you know what I'm saying, hey, they do this on a minister scale and they do this majority, you know what I'm saying, all over the earth. Because, I mean, America, they give you that sanction. They put them embargoes in. And, you know, they give you that death warrant.
Yeah, I like that article y'all brought up real quick. Put that on the screen for the people. I want to read that real fast. And then we're going to go back to the video. I like that article because that was talking about that tanker that got through. Y'all was good with that one right there. Bring it up.
Told that brother IT on it, man.
It said, look,
we in this
a
building.
sanctioned Russian tanker. No. It ain't on the screen yet. Put it over there for the people to see. You got it?
Yes, sir. A sanctioned Russian tanker, the Anatolia.
We got you, bro.
Kolodikin, docked at the Cuban port of
Matazan,
yes.
Matazan on March 31st, 2026, delivering approximately 730,000 barrels of oil, marking a significant temporary reprieve for the energy-starved island, which had not received a major fuel shipment in 3 months.
All right, so look, they allowed the Russian tanker to get through the blockade.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
that money.
That's kind of what do you say? That's
suspicious. But that's smart because he blocked everybody, and then the people that he wanted to make money, they can come in and make money. So he can keep his people, you know, empowered. Like, I'll do it too. I will do it too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Trump, listen, bro. I do the same thing. Hey. So I'm with you, Trump.
All right, go back to the video. Now we're going to play the video. Play.
Change. We would like to, that doesn't mean that we're going to make a change, but we would love to see a change.
Once the Trump administration threatened tariffs on countries that send oil to the communist-run government, no one dared to come to its rescue. The impact on this island nation of 10 million people has been devastating.
Look at the blackout.
Blackouts stretching past 20 hours a day became the new normal in many areas. And while at first there were endless lines at gas stations, they eventually cleared because there's no longer any gas. Food prices spiked, and shortages soon followed.
Pagando, pero el doble, triple, para
We're
poder
paying 2 or 3
abastecer
times
y
as much to restock.
satisfacer.
Keep people home happy. Just play it. We can read it fast.
Porque no hay
There's
comida.
no food.
Everywhere you look, there are piles of trash, breeding grounds for diseases and despair.
Un hombre que trabaja
For a
tanto,
man
mira,
that
mira
works
mi
so
dinero,
hard,
mira, 23
look at
pesos.
my money.
That's less than $1. Add to that tourism grinding to a halt, and you have a perfect storm. Cubans are no strangers to economic
All right, so
hardship.
that's it. So listen, you see what's going on in Cuba right now?
Less than $1.
This is what's going on over here now with the shortages that the scourge of the earth has caused. It's affecting the whole earth. It ain't just one part. It's the whole earth, Craig. The whole thing. The world, Craig. The world. Now, video 5.
Come on.
I mean 12. Go to 12. The one in 12. Now, this is the thing now. You see, the guy said earlier, right? We watched the video. The guy was saying, look, the U.S. has plans to invade Bolivia, just like they invaded Venezuela and Cuba. Watch the play. I'm going to see if y'all pick up the play before I'm going to let it play. We're going to stop it. Then let the people ponder for a second. Then I know y'all got to play.
Come on.
Watch this. Now, remember the Russian oil tanker that came through? All right, play this.
As past the hour this morning, we are following multiple developments from over the weekend regarding the island nation of Cuba. Right now, there are multiple storylines playing out across the waterway there south of Florida. So let's get you caught up to speed on what's going on right now. And these are some of the headlines right now this morning. The United States looking to indict the ex-Cuban president. That's one. Also, Axios reporting Cuba may be planning a drone strike on the United States, and that one is getting a lot of attention. We'll start with the former Cuban leader, Raul Castro. That news breaking Friday. The U.S. government was going to charge 94-year-old for his Cuban involvement and the involvement there in the shooting down of 2 different planes. This was back in 1996, so a while ago. The president was asked about that on board Air Force One. Take a listen.
I don't want to comment on that. I'll let DOJ comment on it, but they need help, as you know. And you talk about a declining country. They are really a nation or a country in decline. So we're going to see.
Now, meantime, the energy crisis continues to worsen in that area. The nation essentially cut off of all oil and fuel to power plants, and the United States continues to impose a brutal blockade around that area. So it's cut off all energy and aid to the island. The rolling blackouts continue this morning. Finally, right now, we are tracking. This is the big story this morning. What Axios is reporting, where the Cuban government reportedly talking about drone strikes in the United States. The report stated Cuba has purchased more than 300 military drones as leaders are thinking about firing them at U.S. bases in the Caribbean and locations right off the coast of Florida. CIA Director John Ratcliffe was down in Cuba last week. We reported on that, where he warned officials there of any hostilities against the United States.
All right.
Really?
Cuba finna strike they want to strike the U.S. with drones. They got 300 drones. Like, you know what?
ISIS.
Right. hey, they say it again.
ISIS.
Listen,
just use it, bro.
If they got 300 drones, where they get it from?
America.
Nah, how long your boys came through?
They came. They dropped them off. So.
Think this is that's the play. This is what I'm trying to show you. They let the tanker through a blockade so they could say they got drones from Russia and they're gonna attack America with them.
Where it is America, because America, they gotta undo the blockage, man. America,
come on, man.
Hey, but I can't say America. That Senate House and those think tanks, man. The Lord be letting the devil put some ideas in Esau here, man.
I mean, but it's just it's so obvious. It ain't even funny. It's just like, for real, bro. Really?
Hey, it's a gift they keep on giving.
They can't stop y'all they can't stop 23-hour rolling blackouts, but they like, we're gonna take America with 300 drones.
Right. How they gonna be able to fly?
They ain't got no power or nothing. Like, come on. You ain't got no electricity. What's going on? Like, this is wild.
America have you to believe it.
They will have the American people to believe that, and then they'll be like, next thing you know, hey, we taking over Cuba. There you go. that like this, it just the schemes and the scourge of the earth.
That's them using their media.
Now, so y'all was just in Officer, you came from Congo. Officer Jeremiah, you was in Congo as well, wasn't you?
Yep.
Boy, you know what? You know, and I'm finna, when we play this, I'm just gonna say this right here. Boy, y'all got out just in time. I mean, our people need help over there, but the scourge of the earth be touching everywhere. We told you, Trump is the ultimate molester. Therefore, if now, I want to ask you too. This is the question I want to ask. How did the people receive y'all over in Uganda?
Congo.
You mean the Congo?
I mean the Congo. Yeah, the Congo. Yeah.
You know, some of it they received as well, but like I keep saying, you know, the biggest issue in the Congo is white Jesus. You know, they really believe Christianity got a real reach. You know, they pushed that white Jesus image. You can see Trump. They had Trump on what you call these things?
Billboard.
Billboard. They really
Trump was on billboards in Congo.
In the Congo. Right, so they really believe in that white Jesus thing, man. That's a real strong.
What about the poverty over there?
On our people, the poverty is really bad because you know, they over there robbing those mines over there in the Congo, on the eastern side of the Congo. So you know, it's really
and
messed
some war
up
going on in Congo as well.
Right, you know, America, all of these Western nations, right? These European nations, America, Europe, and Paris, France, and all these nations, Australia. Right, they got their hand over there. All of that conflict that's going on over there on the eastern border of the Congo, where those mines and stuff are at. They over there fighting them, or they sending their rebels in to fight against, you know, the people of the Congo.
They send ISIS over there.
ISIS, there you go.
Right. They send ISIS over there to fight against the people.
To fight against them for those resources over there.
Right.
A lot of the resources we use in our phones and things like that come from over there.
Yeah.
And right, and those people living in some of the worst conditions.
The bauxite and the cobalt and stuff like that.
All of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And they over there robbing them for those things.
Hey,
man.
play video 7.
Let's go. What I noticed when I was over there though, the ones who spoke a little English, them the ones that was really fighting hard for white Jesus.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like you were saying, officer, because I'm gonna get a scripture real quick. 2 16 and 19. It's real. They going through famine over there. They dealing with the different plagues. What they got? What we had to get a shot for? Yellow fever. What they have over there?
Malaria.
Now Ebola over there. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on. You gonna steal the thunder? But go ahead.
Oh, what? I'm telling you, what I'm saying.
Do your thing.
You talking about scourges? So hey, bring
absolutely.
it up. Bring it up.
The book of 2 Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
So they over them, our people, they actually going through this right now. And we come over there all the way from over here to try to better them, let them know, hey, you going through this for your amendment, like what the scriptures say, for your correction, read.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of those scourges.
But they ain't even being mindful.
Right. That white Jesus got them
they
lost in the sauce.
smiling it.
Wow.
They was happy. Our people go crazy over here in them conditions. They was smiling.
It was okay.
They was happy.
Normalized.
Man, that is crazy.
Hey, you had one of the brothers over there was speaking that, you know, speaking their language or whatever. Hey, they were going so hard that white Jesus, the brother started speaking English.
He started speaking English.
The brother started speaking. No. He started speaking English. I was like, man, these folks is crazy.
He had to speak white Jesus language to try to defend them. That's wild. Play video 7. Cause that was a cold precept you just pulled. It said
that's a fire precept.
What, pestilence and what else? They were for scourges for amendment. Hey, play what you got.
Come on.
The Trump administration is enacting Title 42 again. So what is that? Well, it was used during the COVID pandemic. It restricted some people from entering our country. That's basically what it is. This time, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says it's going to be used all in response to the Ebola outbreak you may have heard about in Africa. For now, the order is in place for 30 days. CDC says people without a United States passport and who have traveled to Congo, Uganda, or South Sudan in the past 3 weeks weeks will be restricted from entering the U.S. for now. The travel order does not apply to United States citizens, green card holders, or U.S. service members. The CDC confirms an American missionary working in the Congo has tested positive, and the agency is working with the State Department to move that patient to Germany for continuing care. At least 6 others are said to have been exposed so far.
The risk to Americans right now is very low. Ebola is not something that spreads through the air. You have to have direct contact with somebody, their bodily fluids. But at the same time, if we allow this to spread uncontained, that does start to pose risk.
This outbreak has hit one of the world's poorest regions, though, where many people don't have access to simple, basic health care. Global health experts are warning the Trump administration cuts to USAID and withdrawal from the World Health Organization could make it even harder to respond and contain this virus ultimately.
Hey, the scourge of the earth, because they were saying before now, before Trump brought in Elon Musk to do Doge, right? All these Doge cuts, that was part of the cuts, them pulling out of those health organizations and stuff to where they could contain these outbreaks quicker. So they saying this Ebola outbreak, the way was making it worse than any recent one is that it went undetected for 2 weeks before anybody knew anything about it. So it's already up to past 100 deaths, and then no telling how many other people been infected, and people have got on planes and flew to other countries and stuff and came in with it. Like it's a doctor here, another person, different countries, they flew out of the country with the Ebola. So, hey, just something else to throw in the sauce. The Lord just like, hey, hold on, I got something else for you. Wham.
That's right.
Put it on the white man. Let it ride. Things are happening all over the earth and our people are not preparing. But check this out. And all this stuff is happening all over the country. I mean, all over the world, all over the planet. Right, the so-called white man got his hands in all type of mischief everywhere. Israel still bombing Lebanon, Russia and Ukraine still bombing. Ukraine just bombed Moscow. They hit deeper into Russia than never been hit before. So like, it's so many things going on in the world, and so many of our people are asleep. But the Lord said, all right, got something for you. The way to hit you Negroes, and even all these people, and even your oppressor, to hit them in the stomach. And what's gonna happen? Give me video number 9.
Come on.
When we say hit him in the stomach, it's finna get ready to hit everybody in the stomach here at home.
You can't control the weather when you're farming, nor can you control the war. Joe Gray in Virginia can only deal with the consequences.
If you want to know what it looks like spending an astronomical amount of money at one time, here it goes.
The price of fertilizer has jumped 50% for American farmers since a key component for its production, urea, has been choked in the Strait of Hormuz. Fuel prices are also at a historic high, costing Gray about $100 an hour just to run this tractor.
For my bottom line, I'll tell you, I don't know, it's very uncertain.
Oh, Joe Gray.
There it is. So there's a corn seed.
Gray is counting on a bountiful corn harvest this summer to stay in business.
Hopefully in about 2 weeks, you'll have a nice little shoot coming up.
He voted for Trump, but now says he blames the president for breaking a...
Wait a minute. Go back to Isaiah 30. Officer Jeremiah, you brought out verse 12 earlier. I got to touch verse 1. See, this is our people, though. This is our people. They're like, you know what? I'm going to get close to, just like what I brought out earlier, right? That people want to get so close to the white man. Nuzzle right up to them and stuff. Oh, they rich. I'm going to try to do what they do and get rich. I'm going to talk like them and everything, man. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to plant me some corn and look, it's going to do well. If I get this harvest to come in, we're going to start seeing some money around here.
He sounds just like him, too.
Hopefully you see some stalks rising up.
You're going to see some stalks rising up there. You see that little corn seed down there in that ground right there? Yep. All right. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1.
Let's go.
Woe to the rebellious children.
Our people are rebellious. Many of our people are rebellious still to this day against the Lord.
To this day,
saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
This man ain't asked the Lord about, should I vote for this white man Trump? This shit, you know what? Should I consult with the Lord and be like, is this the person that the Lord want me following? Read.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Our people, especially people like this man, and there's many of us that's like this, like this man Joe right here, that cover not with God's covering, but with the covering of the scourge of the earth. They're like, no, they're going to protect me. I'm going to vote for him, and he going to set the policies that's going to make me get money just like these other white farmers.
You're going to learn today.
Read.
That they may add sin to sin.
And that's what our people do. Read on.
That walk to go down into Egypt.
And that's what our people do. The Egypt here means captivity, means our slavery, our slave masters. The same thing. Our people used to do that back then. They used to run to Egypt for protection. They used to run to Egypt when a war kicked off. Hey, Babylon coming. We're going to go see if Egypt will help us. The Lord said, you're going to stop running to your oppressors for help. That's what they did. I'm going to vote for Trump. He going to help me. Read.
I have not asked at my mouth.
But nobody could stop to consider to consult the Lord about what they was doing. And they're going to pay the price for it. Go back to the video.
Come on.
Promised to stay out of new wars.
Don't want to call my president a liar, but it sure is far from the truth.
Hold on.
What he's
I don't
doing
want to call
because
my president a liar. But go on, play it.
we are starting a war at what seems unnecessary.
A few counties over, a dairy farm is also feeling the war's strain.
The average dairy cow eats 50 kilos of feed each day. So for these 300 cows on this farm, that's 15,000 kilos of feed daily. Now the hunger of these girls never changes. What does change is the cost of growing their food.
Keeping the cows fed has kept Brandon Moyer's family busy for 5 generations. Their farm is the oldest family dairy in Virginia. Now they're paying more to grow the corn and alfalfa that make up the cows' feed.
There's down times and up times, and got to go with the ebb and flow.
Moyer says the Iranian regime had to pay consequences for threatening the U.S., but he hopes the war ends and the strait opens. And now, rather than just hoping for rain and sunshine, American farmers are also hoping for a deal to end the war.
So now, with this right here, this is finna definitely hit home, and it's gonna hit home faster than you think. Ain't that many Negroes homesteading around here that know how to plant their own, grow their own, or be self-sufficient around here. Look, I'm one of them. I'm trying to start a garden right now, trying to get it up and running to be able to do something. But then guess what? If you live in a metropolitan area or a city,
it's over.
How you thinking how's your garden gonna fare when your neighbors are starving on the side of you and on the other side of you and around the block? And they come roving looking for food after 3 days when the grocery stores is empty. It's finna be a bloodbath around here. That's what, look, our people ain't ready for what's about to come. Now, this gonna be the last video. So if any of y'all prophets got anything,
I got second ears.
Bring it
second
forth.
ears.
This next video gonna be the last one.
Give me second ears for this video. So chapter 15 and verse 10. Going into our brothers, and sisters that depend on, the white man, and it goes into the other nations as well. But read on.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 10.
Let's go.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Because he walk, talk, sound like Esau. He trusted in Trump. He was like, he don't want to go against his president, but, it seemed like he sold me a lie. Read.
I would not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
So back then it was Egypt. Now it's America. But we're going to get some context clues on what God talking about, Reed.
But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues.
America is going to be hit with plagues. That's where your fertilizer can't come in.
All the scourges.
Yeah. The fertilizer can't come in, so you can't utilize the fertilizer to be able to plant in your soil to where you can grow your fruits and vegetables and your food, so on and so forth. Read.
As before, and would destroy all...
Hold on. Read that again. Must smite Egypt what?
And
plagues?
Would smite Egypt with plagues. As before.
So he said, as before.
Ding, ding, ding,
that should
ding,
be
ding.
a clue right there that
Ding, ding, ding.
we're going to go through this again in America and spiritual Egypt. Read.
And would smite Egypt with plagues as before,
Uh-huh.
and would destroy all the land thereof.
Read on.
Egypt shall mourn.
Guess what? America is going to mourn.
The farmers mourning there.
And the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it.
That who?
That God shall bring upon it.
And what's going to be this plague that Egypt was smitten with and America going to be smitten with? Read.
They that till the ground.
They that what?
Till the ground.
What they tilling the ground for? To reap benefits from what they planted in the earth so that they can have food.
Cold precept.
Read.
They that till the ground shall mourn.
Shall do what?
Shall mourn.
Just saw the brother mourn.
I heard him.
You
said he was
heard
real loud.
Right. If what he planted out there don't grow, he said, listen, this is the end of his farming career. He's banking it off of the resources that he planted out there in with farming. Read on.
For their seeds shall fail.
They what?
Their seeds shall fail.
He said, if these seeds don't bring forth fruits, not for repentance, so that he won't be able to provide for his family. You know what I'm saying? It's going to kill off the business. Read on.
For their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hell, and with a purple constellation.
That's the Lord coming in and bringing forth judgment to where y'all going to come to the Lord one way or another. Whether it's by fear or whether it's begging from starvation.
Now look. So we saw the black farmer, you know what I'm saying, even the white guy that had the cattle farm, you know what I'm saying. Look, it's getting close. It's close to home. I was just driving through the Delta today. Mississippi Delta is like the breadbasket of the South.
Hey, man, they don't understand, man. You ain't got to say it two times.
The breadbasket of the South.
You know?
So I drove by thousands and thousands and thousands of acres.
Flat land, just fields.
Flat commercial farmland. All you see is rows of soybean, corn, cotton, things like that, right? In all the years that I've been in Mississippi and riding down Highway 61 and Highway 49 and 82 and 8 and 3, like all of that, I'm talking about thousands upon thousands of acres of farmland that feed the country and the world. I ride down 61 the other day. Guess what? All you see is what we call down here what they call them those tornadoes them dirt devils, devils and stuff. Them tornadoes, just tornadoes and wind, like just dusty. It was a whole section right after Tunica. They was just like you saw a big cloud, just brown cloud up there. I'm like, what that is? Just dust from the fields. When it used to be all green. Now there was a few of them that was like that. Like I said, it was probably. I say a few, but there was thousands of acres driving through that a 15-minute stretch of highway that was dusty. Now, the other stuff that was still green, it was still growing, but then, like I said, I've never seen in this season where there was any dusty fields out there. Play what you got. Play what you got. Video 10. Video 10.
Come on.
Now, I saw this with my own eyes just today. From my drive from Memphis to Cleveland, Mississippi, and back. Now look, this right here, but let me preface this. This right here is what's going to start the Civil War. When these good old white folk right here get to hurting in their pockets, they're not going to stand for it, goddammit. They're not going to stand for it. Play what you got.
My family's farmed for 100 years. You don't want to be the one that can't keep it going, you know.
I am a Republican. I voted for this administration, but my patience is running thin.
We're here in the heart of the Mississippi Delta to talk with farmers about how the war with Iran is impacting them.
Oh, it's been awful.
The closure of the Strait of Hormuz is causing prices to skyrocket. Things like diesel fuel and fertilizer.
We're buying a little bit at a time. And sometimes we know that we've only got 2 weeks of fuel. So what has happened to us is not just the impact of 1 year. We have lost customers forever. They will never come back because we're deemed an unreliable supplier.
I'm paying 60% more for diesel fuel than I would have been paying 45 days ago.
You gotta have diesel for everything. You got diesel to this, to plant, to harvest. So diesel steadily going up like this, man, it affects us bad.
You have no choice. You know, you've got to go ahead and buy it, no matter what the price is.
There's gonna be a lot of people that go out of business at the end of the year, either because they have to, farmers are tired of losing money.
Farmers have already been struggling with rising costs and even tariffs making things even harder.
It's going to be the nail in the coffin for a number of farmers. It's just the straw that broke the camel's back.
A lot of the money that comes through the economy is just shuffled from the government back to, you know, these big corporations, and just kind of, farmers are middleman these days. Really are.
It just seems like the farmers' margins were already slim, and they just keep getting slimmer and slimmer.
We can't control diesel, we can't control, wars, we can't control anything. All we can control is once we put that seed in the ground, that's all we are called to do, right? And the rest of it is up to the good Lord.
Now, I've supported Mr. Trump this entire way. I was a big supporter of his, but I do not agree with this, and I'm not happy about this at all.
I did not vote for this administration. We're just hoping that the administration can right some of the wrongs that it's created for farmers with tariffs, and mainly what this war has inflicted on us.
A lot of people that did vote for this administration say it'll come around, but my question sometimes is, will you be in business when it does?
If President Trump were standing here in this field right now, what would you say?
I'd ask him to stick a sock in his mouth and not say anything for a while.
Get these fuel prices down. Get them down.
There's an old African proverb that says, when elephants fight, it's the ants that get crushed. The ants are getting crushed.
Look at this. When you got the white man quoting African proverbs because his pockets hurt, America in a dire strait. America is in some trouble right here. When you got the white man, not white man, quoting African proverbs because his pockets that hurt, America is in trouble. Egypt shall mourn. Hey, off the Daniel. You from the Delta, right?
Yeah,
What it is to do in the Delta for work?
Man, you got if you in a city predominantly where it's the occupancy is anywhere from about 8,000 to about 10, 15. You got your Walmarts, you got a lot of catfish factories that all people, they utilize those business for work. You got a lot of warehouse work, in these areas or whatever. But outside of that, you really don't have nothing. My sister, for example, she went to school, got 2 degrees. She got a master. The job that she had, she don't make no more than about $40,000 with a master's degree.
And that's like with a
master's.
That's like the median income for the Delta right there.
Yeah,
like
when we looked it up,
we looked it up 28 to 52,000.
Right. But more so on the 28
side.
Right.
Because if you ain't doing it, you on one of them farms. You farming, you running a tractor or something like that. Yeah. So that's hurting the whole economy of the whole area of states like that. And so Mississippi is one of those states that's like that. But you got states like Iowa, Missouri, you got states Arkansas, good stretches of these areas, what they call the breadbasket of the world, is going through the same thing where all these people are going out of business. This right here, that's what's going to cause a war between the classes, between the working man. These white folk, the one thing they do got is guns and ammo. Yeah. They ain't got nothing else.
Hey, especially in Mississippi, because when you go through the Delta area, there's no high infrastructures.
No, it ain't no big building.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that going on down there or whatever. So it's kind of good because those farmers, those officials, those state representatives, they strip all of the resources from the state, and they make they pockets fat, and they're lucrative or whatever the case may be, and the poor stay poor and the rich stay rich.
Yeah.
And now they feeling it, so you know what I'm saying? The people that's all people that's down there, they've been starving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Their whole life.
The one thing I will say is that the people in those areas, they are accustomed to doing agriculture and farming, so they might not be able to make big business off of their crops, but they can feed themselves.
Yeah, they can at least feed. Yeah,
they can feed themselves.
All that field, you gotta survive in that area.
So we gonna see. But a lot of people gonna die. I'm just gonna say these major cities and all this stuff, people just gonna die. It's gonna be a bunch of death.
Yeah, I was raised on a plantation down there, 162K plantation. Never forget it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too far from Indianola, Mississippi. And, you know, we was the only house out there. And we were surrounded by, you know, miles and miles of cotton, miles and miles of soybeans, miles and miles of corn. So, you know, when we was hungry, my mama, you know, they didn't have no food or whatever the case may be, or, you know, we couldn't cook or whatever. Man, I used to go straight in the cornfield, man, snatch me some stalks off and eat them.
You know
what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, you know, but you can't do that in the city.
Yeah.
You just can't do it in the city, man. And, you know, and I got to get back to my country roots, you know, where, you know, I'm shucking and jiving out there and living my best life, you know, not in the city. But no, it's crazy because in the city, it's going to go down, bro. Yeah. It's going to go down. And the killing rate in Memphis, oh, man, they might kill the black community, man, in 1 hour.
So look, let's get that definition one last time for the people, man. We're gonna sign off. So I just want to, you know, the people to get this, marinate on the topic of the show tonight, marinate on this definition and what it really entails.
And repent. For the kingdom of God is at hand.
Scourge. A scourge is a versatile term that can refer to a harsh whip used for punishment, or metaphorically to describe a person, thing, or an event that causes widespread suffering.
We have seen and witnessed widespread suffering and affliction all throughout tonight's show. We've been showing it, and this is just the places that we could touch within the 2-hour period that we got for the show. But there's many other things that's going on in the world right now. We just couldn't touch them all tonight. Finish.
Such as disease, war, or poverty.
And we have seen disease, war, and poverty all throughout the show tonight. And that's just part of the scourges that the so-called white man, the Edomites, the son of perdition, is bringing upon the earth. But it's all by the hand of God to get you Negroes, you 12 tribes of Israel, to wake up and repent. It's been another Understanding Prophecy. Officer Dale, you got anything?
Hey, man, it's our time, man. It's our episode, man. You already know. So hopefully y'all was able to glean and be edified. Hopefully you repent. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord ain't playing. He bring his scourges on his earth, and it's meant to wake you up to bring you back to serving the one true God.
That's right.
You so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native American, you are the Israelites, and the Lord is trying to warn you before the end time comes. Well, we in the end time. Before the end come. All right, so that's our time. Shalom, 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 Israel. Most High in Christ bless.
Most High in Christ bless.
They don't